welcome back to the long-awaited Season 3 of Cooking with Carter. Today, we're going to do chicken salad. Happy to have you with us. We're going to get started right away. What I've got, I went ahead and took 2 cans of chicken, just chicken and water, basically. You can get it at any local grocer. I'm going to go ahead and just give this a rough dice, rough chop.
With a newly sharpened knife. Oh, it was fun.
Now I go long ways first, from end to end, and Max just brought it up. I was going to mention that, but actually the cameraman did it for me. I went ahead and sharpened all of my cooking knives before we started Season 3 today, so everything is good to go. Now we got the long ways done. Now I'm going to go just right here. This really doesn't take a lot. Very simple dish to do. Thanks, Max. Now, and again, you'll notice that this is sliding. I had a tip back in Season 2. Just put a towel underneath this, and that'll prevent it. Or you can sit something heavy on each corner if you want to do it that way. Now, that's about the size that I want. Now, there's a reason that I use this cutting board, especially for making different dice salads and things like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring, bring my bowl that I've got over here on my right. I'm going to get my seasonings out of the bowl. Okay, a nice glass bowl here. Okay. Now, one of the benefits of having this board, just pick it up, have Max slide the bowl to me. Then all I'm going to do is fold this over and pick it up right there. And all of that pretty much comes off just like that. Now if it doesn't, that's okay. Take your board, take your knife, nice little scrapey. Very simple. Get all that off there. Give that back to Marshall. Let him give that a quick rinse.
Knife too.
There we go. You can actually do the knife as well. I'm just going to go across and rake the remainder of chicken salad off there.
Very carefully.
Okay. Just a quick tip when you're handling a knife like that. That's a very light knife, and with it being as sharp as it is, when you hand it to someone, hand it with the blade backwards so that they're not actually having to even go for the blade. You just work with the handle. Okay.
Since this is what I'm just going to do that.
Yep. Now, what Max did, and I don't know if you got a chance to see that on camera, we washed the cutting board, but we also flipped it over. Now, the benefit of that being wet on the other side, it will stick just a little bit and adhere to that wood surface. Now, we've got the chicken over here in the bowl. Now, you've seen me do this a couple times, so I'm going to explain it. But this is what I'm talking about with a sharpened knife, okay? We're going to, wow. We're going to try that again.
I'll help you with this. Remember, folks, safety first when it comes to using sharp objects.
Yep. We don't want you to lose your fingers, and if you do, please don't blame it on me. Just let your knife do the work. There it is right there, top and bottom of the onion. And you'll notice I did not cut into that root. When you do the bottom and top like that, if you cut into that root, and I'll show you the root in the middle, that's one thing I have not shown in my earlier seasons. Okay, I'm going to cut down the center. Watch this. No pressure at all to cut that. Now, we're going to peel this back like we always do. First layer, take off that green. If there's a little bit of green tinge, that's okay. We can also go to the second layer. Yep, this one's got a little bit of green to it. So I'll peel that first layer back. Nice white onion right here. Okay. Now, the root that I'm talking about is in the center of this onion. You'll see kind of a bulb shape, and it runs around, and I hope my finger didn't block that. I'm going to tell you how to get this out. Take your finger, go to the top, reach in. That is the actual root right there, and sometimes when you cut into that, that's what makes the onion go crazy, get into your eyes, and makes them sting. Now the key is you have to make sure that you get deep enough inside there, and you can see where the root itself will fall out, and see how long the root actually is. So that's the root right there, and it actually will come down as well. I'm just going to get the remainder of that out of there. Okay. So that is all root. Okay. Now, for the chicken salad portion, I'm just going to use about half an onion, because that's 2 cans of chicken. So that's not, you don't need, actually, really I'm going to use about half of this. So I am going to not only cut it in half again, so I use maybe about a little less than half. Okay, now to be safe, I'm going to turn the onion over and I'm going to show you just with that root. I went ahead and I cut it down in an east to west pattern, and that's what that root looks like on the other side. I went ahead and took off the back section, because sometimes it does have the root on the back section as well. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this away. Okay, this is the other side that has the root that's desectioned out of there. Okay, so this is out of the way. This is what we're going to use for the chicken salad. To do this very simply, hardly no pressure at all. 1 slice, 2 slice. I'm not going to count the whole way through. See, when I get to a certain point, I don't have to use both hands. What I love about a sharp knife, I don't have to do any work at all. It just glides through this onion like butter. Now, I went ahead long ways again. We're going to go east to west this time. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, that's not a lot of onion for 2 cans of chicken. Remember, onion is a strong, strong condiment, so you've got to watch just how much you're putting in here. And I'm going to do my chicken salad just a little bit different. Now, in this situation, I can pick up the board. I'm going to get my onion out of the way, put it behind there. All right. Onion. Whoa! Flying onion everywhere. That's all right. We like to make a mess on this show. I'll pay my cameraman back later.
Tenfold.
All right. So now we've got the onion in there. Slide that out of the way again. We won't need to wash that. It's pretty simple. Now, I've got 2 cans of tuna. Some people do this. Some people don't. Okay, I'm going to open this new can.
I would use the other side, not the one you just sharpen side.
Mm-hmm. I'm not tapping very hard. I could do that if I really wanted to put pressure, but yeah, if I was going to put pressure on it, because see, it's still going to dent it either way.
Well, I just don't want you to have to resharpen it.
Right, right.
Oh, made a mess.
That's all right.
That's what we're good at.
Now, I am going to get, for every can of chicken that I have, I do 2 pickles. Now, I like my chicken salad a little sweeter. So in this situation, I'm going to do 3 pickles. Okay. All right.
I'm sure somebody would argue that pickles are just as strong as a condiment as onions are.
In some ways, it also depends on what type of pickle you get. These are bread and butter, so they're the sweeter. And that's why I do the contrast of bitter with the onion or spicy with the onion to sweet with the with the pickle. So it really depends on what you want to do. And I'm just wiping up the excess juice that the pickle jar decided to ever so lovely put onto my board. Now, a quick way to do several pickles at one time. Okay, take your knife, go down north and south. Okay, one move. See that there? Put those back together. Just like this. Make sure they're as even as you can get them. Now what you're going to do is go east and west, straight down. Your pickle is chopped, 1, 2, 3. That's all you have to do. The less work that you've got to worry about, the quicker the dish goes, and the easier it is on you. Alright, now, we've added our pickle and our onion. When we come back, I'm going to add our mayonnaise and our garlic and a couple other ingredients, so we'll be back in just a moment on Cooking with Carter. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Carter Chicken Salad today. Alright, I went ahead, and when we came off camera, we went ahead and added the onion and the pickle, mixed everything together. The chicken's been cut up. Now, we're going to add the wet ingredients, so to speak, okay? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my pickles, I'm going to add literally a smidgen, and I that's the word that I'm going to use. My mom used that growing up. It's honestly...
however much you think it needs, right?
That...
you just play it by ear.
Right there. Maybe a
teaspoon
and a half, maybe. I mean, and that's just enough to sweeten it just a little bit more, because I don't want to go over crazy on the pickle, because that's not all you want to taste in chicken salad. Of course, your main ingredient is chicken. So we'll get that out of the way now. Minced garlic in this form will literally knock you back about 60 yards. So when you go to open this, I turn my head this way, because I know when I open it, it's going to fill the room. Now literally, when I go to put this in here, I'm going to show this on camera. For 2 cans of chicken salad, that is all that I use. That is about 1/8 of a tablespoon. Eighth of a tablespoon. That literally is nothing at all. That's in there.
Close that for the love of God.
Whew.
You almost need a gas mask to work with. With
wow. That'll wake a dead relative, I'll tell you. Alright.
Larry.
Now, okay. Now I'm going to actually put that spoon back over here where it was. Now, this is what makes or breaks chicken salad. Everybody asks me, what is too much? What is too little? How do you judge how much mayonnaise to put in chicken salad? Okay, it comes to 2 things. And I'm not trying to be rude here. How moist do you like your chicken salad? Do you, if you like it more liquidish, you want to use more mayonnaise. If you like it to kind of stand up on its own, no pun intended, you use less. So what I start with,
and you can use any kind of mayonnaise. You can use like Miracle Whip, you know, mayo or veganese.
Yeah, you can use whatever mayonnaise you like.
It just depends on flavor.
I start with a heaping scoop. Now, I've got 2 cans of chicken, okay? Now, this is not quite a full scoop, so I'm just going to dollop that in there. Like that. I'm going to use another one. That, to me, is a full scoop. Turn that over. Let gravity work for you. Just nice and easy. And then I'm going to use one more. So you got about 3 to 3.5 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I'm going to stop right there. Okay? The reason being is because I want to see what consistency this is before I season it. Okay, so we're going to first of all just get everything mixed in, folded in. Okay.
Build up of it.
And that's the thing about mayonnaise, what Max just talked about, is the buildup of where it sits. You think you don't have enough mayonnaise and you say, oh, it's too dry. Just keep working it. You will find when your mayonnaise is incorporated in enough. And I also go by sound. There is a squishing sound that chicken salad, tuna salad, potato salad, pasta salad, any kind of salad makes to whether it's too much or too little. All right, I'm going to add maybe about a teaspoon and a half more because she's just about where I want her to be. There's my teaspoon. There's my half right there. Now, why did I blop those together? Because when you finish a product, you want to see how it folds in. Now, you can see it sounds a little bit more slushy than usual. That's about my consistency right there that I like. Not too much. And you can make about 4 to 6 sandwiches out of this, depending on how healthy or how much chicken salad you put on your sandwiches. I could probably get 6 to 8 because I don't build mine up real heavy. That's what I want right there. So now, all right, so we've got the mayonnaise in. I'm going to give the spoon to Marshall back here. Let him rinse that off there. Get that so Max doesn't get dirty with the mayonnaise there. Now, in the same respect of wet ingredients to dry ingredients, you've got to be careful with seasonings because remember, earlier we put that 1/8 of a tablespoon of garlic in there with the chicken salad. Now, I'm going to, if you grab me just a paper towel there, Max, let me lay the spoon on this. That's fine. Okay, I got my spoon out of the way, okay, and I'm just literally, now watch this, because all I'm going to do for the garlic, watch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll make it even, 6. There you go. I literally tapped my finger 6 times. I didn't let that garlic salt turn all the way over. I just wanted a little bit in there. Onion powder. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit goes a long way. Complete, which makes everything better. 1, 2, 3. Seasoned salt. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I'm actually going to have my cameraman actually pass me the salt and pepper there. Why would I use salt and pepper after all these seasonings? Honestly, for me, salt and pepper brings everything together. A little bit of salt. little bit of pepper. Now, okay, to give you a measurement, you want to be exact, maybe half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of each. It really depends on taste, what you want. How do you like it? Do you like it salty? Do you like it not salty? Do you want to be, on the floor convulsing from, all of the, major seasonings that you put in there, or don't you? That's up to you. All right, so we're going to season this now, or stir this rather. Little movement. Make sure you come from the bottom. Pick that up.
And just don't forget your sides.
Yep, just fold it in, scrape down your sides. All right, just so you can see, Max, if you grab me a small spoon out of the drawer there. I'm not going to use the spoon that I stir with. Thank you, sir. Now, I want to give you a couple tips before I taste this on what you can do with this. Real easy recipe. Go to your local grocer and get pita bread. Pita bread is the bread that opens up. It's literally like a half-shaped moon. Cut into it. Put about 3 scoops of this, maybe ice cream scoops, into the pita bread. Get a little bit of shredded cheese. Top that. Bite on that. Excuse me. You got a little bit of a chicken salad pita pocket. You can do crackers. You can do celery. You can do different things like that. Honestly, I had a friend of mine make a potato chip, and he literally put this on top of a potato chip for crunch. It's a very good thing. So you can do several things with it. You can make a sandwich. You can, eat it just like this. So we'll taste it. See how she is. Doesn't need a thing. That's good. That's really good. You want to taste that? I think you don't do pickle, do you? You don't work with the pickle. You can substitute this without pickle. So, that is chicken salad. Very simple, very easy, and fun to make. Takes about 6 to 8 minutes to do everything. Once you've got everything together, have yourself a party with chicken salad. So, we'll see you again next time on Cooking with Carter, where the meals we make are worth the wait. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.